Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Karen's Kitchen. I had told you I would make the cauliflower patties, and I am going to do just that. I will let you know what I have in my food processor. What I have in my food processor is a half a head of cauliflower. I had to cook the cauliflower first. Hi, good to see you. Had to cook the cauliflower first until it was nice and tender. Then I drained it. I've got a can of chickpeas in here. They are rinsed and drained. The parsley I did not have, so I'm leaving that out. And I've got 2 cloves of minced garlic, and coconut oil, that's for frying in my skillet, so I won't put that in here. And then I've got dry ingredients that I'll add everything to. My dry ingredients, I'll tell you what I have in there as soon as I get there. But right now, I'm going to pulse this just for a little bit till everything's combined, but I'm not to pulse it too much. And then I add it to the dry ingredients. Then I mix everything with my hands, and then we put it on the stove. All make sure everything's getting combined right. All right. It does look like it. You don't want to pulse it too much. It looks pretty good. I think I might do just a little bit more of the chickpeas pulsed, and then I'll add it to my dry ingredients. All I can do. It's kind of hard to do that. Okay. Now I'll pull this down. I'll let you see what's in my bowl. Hi, from Mississippi. I don't think I've had anybody in from Mississippi. Okay, what I have in my bowl, I have some dry ingredients in my bowl. I have a half a cup of chickpea flour. What I did there is I took a bag of chickpeas, the raw chickpeas, and I put them in the Vitamix and made chickpea flour, and just used what I needed. So and then I got a tablespoon and a half of flax seeds ground. I have a coffee grinder, so I took flax seeds and I ground them up in the coffee grinder until I had a tablespoon and a half of, and you can see that's in here, and half a teaspoon of cumin ground, and onion powder, a teaspoon of onion powder, salt and pepper to taste. I didn't put the salt in there, so I'll go ahead and put that in there right now. I don't use pepper, but the salt I'm using is sea salt. I don't like to use any other salt, so I'm just going to put a couple pinches of that in here, and that'll probably be sufficient. You don't want to put too much. Wash my hands off. Get that flour off there. Yes, I do. I certainly do. Okay, you're right. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to add it to my dry ingredients, and then I'm going to mix it all together with my hands. And then I'll put it down on the stove when I'm going to be making the patties on the stove. Welcome to those coming in, and thank you for sharing this out. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you to everybody that came on my Periscope yesterday. I had over 1,000 and over 1,300 in my Periscope yesterday, which was amazing. Okay, now I'm going to mix this with my hands. And then I'm going to put 8 to 10 patties. Oh, you got, yeah, I do too. And I'm mixing this with my hands, and as soon as I get it mixed real good, then I'm going to make 8 to 10 patties and put them in my skillet. And I'll put it down on the stove so you can watch them cook on the stove. I have to put my coconut oil in there. I want to get all the prep work done on here before I came in, so you guys wouldn't have to sit here and watch me doing all the prep work. It is a little boring to watch all that, cooking the cauliflower and everything, because it took a while to get that cooked. Let me go ahead and wash my hands off. Okay, now get my lid off of here. Now put this down so you can see the on the stove. Okay, now you'll be able to, I hope you can see it okay. If you can't, I can always lower it a little bit more. just so I can see your comments. Okay, and I'm going to use a little bit of coconut oil and put in this skillet. Really don't have to use coconut oil for it, but I like to use coconut oil anyway. That keeps things from sticking in case they try to. So, hi to everybody coming in. And I'm just not going to measure anything out. I'm just going to put it in here. And this, what I'm using here, is organic coconut oil. As you can see, it's organic. I'm sorry, I raised it up too high. I forgot that you're down low. And I raised it up higher, but I'm going to put some in here. Not very much. I think that's only 1 to 2 tablespoons, but I'm going to try to get enough in here so I can, because it's easier to fry stuff, I think, better if you have coconut oil in it. You don't like the flavor of what? I didn't see what your comment was. I can go back and look at it, but I didn't see what your comment was. The thing of it is, if you make this recipe, you can tweak it to your liking. You can do it leave out what you don't want, and if you want to add something, you can go ahead and do that as well. Let me go ahead and put my coconut oil back. Okay. Probably put a little bit too much in here, but it's all right. It'll probably be all eat up with the... No, I didn't put any milk in here. There's no milk in here whatsoever. I do drink milk though. I do not drink dairy milk. None whatsoever. Oh, you are? Okay, good. I hope you like it. If somebody was asking about organic milk, I do not drink dairy milk. None whatsoever. I only drink non-dairy, like your almond milk. I don't drink rice milk, but there's also soy milk. Oh, good. You do that. I probably put a little too much coconut oil in there, but that's all right. And these are supposed to make 8 to 10 patties. I don't know how many it's going to make because I'm making them probably a little bit bigger, but we'll see how many I get out of here. Probably can only put 2 in a skillet at a time. I'll try to get more in here, but I don't know if I can. This is only a 10-inch skillet. So, hi to everybody coming in. And like I said, thank you for sharing this out. This is a simple recipe. It's not really a hard recipe at all. I think I could get 4 in here. It's not a hard recipe at all. I'm making these a little bit bigger than what they call for, so I'm definitely not going to get 8 to 10. Hi, good to see you. Welcome. I'm not going to get 8 to 10 because I'm making them bigger than what they call for. But that's okay, because just for me anyway, I don't need that many. And I like big patties. So I really do. That's what I like, big ones. So I'm only going to get 4 because I made them big. But when you make them smaller to get 8 or 10 patties out of this batter. There. Let me wash my hands off again. This was a very simple recipe to make, not hard at all. I'm gonna hope it'll taste good. I've never tried this before, and I'm willing to try anything once. Let me throw this out. I'm always up for new recipes. So they look pretty in the skillet though, don't they? They're a pretty color, a really pretty color. Thank you for coming in and sharing this out. I'll use this. Good afternoon to everyone coming out. This is my lunch because I haven't had my lunch yet. So this will be my lunch. So the patties that I don't eat today, I'll save maybe for tomorrow. No eggs at all. It has ground flax seeds in it. I've got a coffee grinder and I had some flax seeds in there. They suggest you take raw flax seeds, and keep them in the freezer because they'll go rancid. So I keep them in the freezer, and I just put them in the coffee grinder, and I ground up what I needed for this recipe. And then anything I had left, I just put in a container and marked the container that it was ground flax seed. That's what's in here. Ground flaxseed. It's got, okay, I'll tell you what it's got in it. Because since I'm a vegan, and you saw that in the title, it's vegan, I do not use eggs. I do not use eggs. I do not use dairy milk. And I don't eat any meat. This is my recipe. No, I don't either. I don't eat any animals of any kind. This hasn't had any animals of any kind in it. It's got, my wet ingredients are 1/2 head of cauliflower. You had to cook it until it's tender. Drain the water. A can of chickpeas, rinsed and drained, and they were organic. The parsley I did not have, so I left that out. 2 cloves of garlic minced, which I used my garlic press. And, of course, you have 1 to 2 teaspoons of coconut oil for frying. Okay. And the dry ingredients are 1/2 cup of chickpea flour. Like I said, I took a bag of chickpeas that you get in the store, raw chickpeas, and I ground them up in my Vitamix to make the chickpea flour. 1 1/2 tablespoons of flax seeds ground. I took flax seeds out of the freezer. Whole flax seeds, ground them in my coffee grinder to get a tablespoon and a half. 1 teaspoon of onion powder. 1/2 teaspoon of cumin ground, and salt and pepper to taste. That's what it has in it. I do too. I used to eat, up until a year and a half ago, I ate meat like crazy. But I gave it all up when I went on this plant-based diet. I gave it all up. And I intend to stay on this diet too. And not eat the things I shouldn't eat. It is. It's a very simple recipe. I'm going to post it up on Facebook. And I'll post it up in I've got a Facebook group that I posted it into. And I'll post it in there. And I'll post it up on YouTube, provided it goes on my camera roll. For some reason, yesterday, the one I made did not get on my camera roll. Maybe they're now, I don't know. But, oh, you're so welcome. You're so very, very welcome. Oh, thank you so much. That's why I'm doing this. I want to do this to share with others. But you can see these patties, aren't they a nice color? And they're holding together really nicely. I'm going to let them go for a little bit. And I'm probably turn up just a little bit. And, hi, good to see you, Erlene. You come just at the right time when you see my patties are in the skillet. You'll have to go back to watch the replay to see what I use. But I can tell you right now, Erlene, what I have in here. Okay. There's wet ingredients and dry ingredients. The wet ingredients are 1/2 cauliflower, 1/2 head of cauliflower. Cook it, get in small florets, and then drain the water in salted water. A can of chickpeas, rinsed and drained. That's about a 14-ounce can or so, 14, 15. The parsley I didn't have. It calls for 2 tablespoons of parsley. I didn't have that, so I left that out. 2 cloves of garlic minced. Of course, I used my garlic press. And, of course, 1 to 2 teaspoons of coconut oil for frying. Use a little bit more coconut oil needed, but that'll be fine because it's not going to hurt you anyway. The dry ingredients: 1/2 cup of chickpea flour. I took the bagged chickpeas and I made chickpea flour out of it in my Vitamix. Vitamix is real good for making flour. 1 1/2 tablespoons of flax seeds ground. I had I had flax seeds in the freezer. They don't freeze, but they keep better in the freezer. And I just ground them up in my coffee grinder until I had a tablespoon and a half. 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1/2 teaspoon of cumin, and salt and pepper to taste, which I didn't put the pepper in, but I did put the salt in. This is a very simple recipe. Oh, yeah, right. No, canola is not good. Oh, thank you. Thank you for doing the moderating, Erlene. I see you're right on the ball. I did pick several of you to be moderators, and I don't think everybody's in here. Alexis is supposed to be. Stacy said she wanted to be, but she doesn't always come in. But she said when she comes in, she'll take care of it. So if you see, if you see on your profile that you've been asked to be a moderator, I would appreciate it. If you don't want to be, then let me know and I can take your name off. As you can see, these look real good. I'm getting ready to turn them over. See how well they'll turn. I think I'm going to use this here is very handy for turning over stuff. I keep forgetting I have this because it grips it at the top and the bottom, and I won't have problems with it sliding all over the pan. Of course, these pans do that anyway. I'll just use this and to get it on the yeah. wants to slide into the other one. There, I'm getting it. There we go. Oh, fine, it fell apart a little bit, but that's all right. It's just for me anyway. Now this is not going to... There we go. The first one's always the hardest to get turned over. Always. They're kind of... There. I'll just go ahead and eat that one that's broken apart. I'll just eat that one today. Put it on a slice of bread and eat it. You can use these any way you want. You can put them in a sandwich. You can, you know, put whatever you want on them. And there. Now, with the exception of one that's broken apart, don't they look good though? They really do. And then they got everything in them that's good for you. Chickpeas, chickpea flour, nothing that's going to harm you. Everything that is good for you. And when they come out, then I'll put them on a plate. And I'm going to take a picture of them then when they come out. Like I said, you're supposed to get 8 to 10 on here, but since I made them big patties, I'm not getting 8 to 10. I only got 4 early, and you're supposed to get 8 to 10 because I made them bigger than what they're supposed to be. But for me, I didn't want too many, so this is going to be ideal because what I don't eat today, I'll just put in the refrigerator and eat them another day. No jalapenos. No, there's no peppers in here. No jalapenos. I will not eat jalapenos. Jalapenos are, thank you. Jalapenos are oh, they're no good. They're spicy. I don't like anything spicy whatsoever. Not at all. No, there's onion powder, but there's no onions. No onions itself. There's chickpeas in it. There's chickpea flour. You've got cauliflower in it. Cauliflower is the main ingredient. I won't. It doesn't call for jalapenos. And I won't put jalapenos in because I don't care for jalapenos. They're too spicy, and you shouldn't be eating them anyway. Well, that might all be, but jalapenos are too spicy. And I don't really think that we should be putting spicy stuff in our bodies like that. It's not good for our bodies to be putting spicy stuff in there. You know, so I will not touch anything that's real spicy. I like stuff that's mild. And if it's spicy, forget it. I won't eat it. You know, so that's why I didn't put any. Doesn't call for jalapenos, and I'm not putting jalapenos in here. Not at all. Okay, good. I know a lot of people like different things. I just don't care for jalapenos. I just don't care for stuff that's spicy. What about the pineapple? Well, the pineapple is acidic. That's different. That's a fruit. I can eat pineapple, but there again, you eat everything in moderation. Everything's in moderation. Good afternoon to those coming in, and thank you for stopping by. I do use it when I need to, but I prefer not to use it if I can help it. But yes, I do use it. I do reheat things in my microwave. Yes, I do. And if I do use my microwave, I suggest if anybody uses the microwave, do not, under any circumstance, use plastic. Heat everything up in your microwave in glass, because anything that's in the microwave will leach into the food. Your plastic will even leach into the food. And some of that plastic material is no good. It'll leach into the food. So you want to use glass. My children are all grown. I'm 70 years old. My children are grown and got families of their own. I'm the only one that's eating this. I live alone. So they feed their kids what they want. My daughter's got 4 boys. Only 2 live with her. And the other 2 are out of the house because they're 26 and 20. But the other 2 are little yet. They're not even teenagers yet. So I'm eating what I feel is best for me. Cancer hates a lot of things, you know, and I try to put in my body what cancer hates. Don't put anything in your body that cancer does not hate. Sugar is one of them. Cancer loves sugar, and you know something? You'll breed cancer with sugar really, really bad. I'm turning these over again because I could have left them a little bit longer. They're always hard to... These pans are from Pampered Chef. They're good pans, but they have a tendency everything wants to slide in the skillet. And if they fall apart, at least I know they're going to be okay. Try to keep them from falling apart. Okay, there we go. Pretty much. That's pretty good. So, oh yeah, sugar is bad. Sugar is really bad for you. I think I'm gonna put this up, and then I'll let you see what they look like when I come out of the skillet. Yeah, sugar is bad for you, very much so. Cancer loves sugar, so I don't want to touch anything that's sugar. You know, if I can avoid it. Refined sugar is one thing I do not eat. Refined sugar. I use cane sugar, which is raw cane sugar. Coconut palm sugar is another good one. Some people don't care for coconut palm sugar, but I happen to like it. I use cane sugar more than I use the coconut palm sugar. I use a little bit of brown sugar. I haven't made cookies in a long time. I'm trying to find recipes for it, like pumpkin cookies. I thought I saw one on Pinterest, but I couldn't find it today. Because this is the fall season and a lot of pumpkin. Now, the brownies I made yesterday are very good. I put them in the refrigerator. They taste better when they've been refrigerated. I could have added half a cup of banana to it to make it a little sweeter, but I thought it was good just the way it was because of the carrot. The next time I make them, I'll probably add a little bit of sweetness to it, a little bit more, because people were asking yesterday what I was using to sweeten it up with. I really wasn't using anything, although that was part of at the very bottom of the recipe. So, hi, good to see you. Welcome. Well, as soon as my things come out of the skillet, I'll show you what they look like. I'm trying to keep them from falling apart, but if they fall apart, that's okay, because they're just as good anyway. It's hard to turn these over turn anything over in these Pampered Chef's skillets, because everything slides around in them, slides like crazy. So I do everything I can to try to keep them from sliding around, but that's what they do. They like to slide. Get this over here, and I'm trying to turn them over just a little bit more. There's another one falling apart, but that's all right. I'll just leave it. I'll just eat the ones that have fell apart today. Turn it over anyway. They still look good anyway. There we go. So, but they still do look good. I'm going to try to fry them probably a little bit longer and get them good and done. But I like coming in here and making things for you, finding recipes that I can make that you can cook yourself. Because if you like cauliflower, you'll probably like these. I like cauliflower, I like broccoli. Oh, yeah, you're probably right. But that's all right. Oh, you did? You made oh. The only thing is, Earlene, I don't like curry when it's spicy. If you can keep it from being too spicy, that's fine. Yes, I do. I do know how. Yeah, I probably did turn them over too soon. You're probably right. But that's okay. If they fall apart, that's all right. Oh, no curry in it? Okay. I thought I saw the word curry, so I'll have to go back and look at that again. Oh, I know. About everything you make, Arlene, you seem to like it. You seem to like it really well. Now, I know there are some things that you've made and I've made that don't end up tasting too good in the long run. They kind of suck for the flavor, but that's the way it goes. You can't win them all. Oh, you make kale chips. I've tried to make or have not made avocado chips, although I've seen the recipe. And I've tried to make, I've seen the recipe for avocado chips, and I know Leslie tried to make them once, and they didn't turn out the best for her. So I hesitate kind of making them. I was going to, but I might try it. I did see someone on Pinterest. I don't know if they're avocado or a different kind of chip, and I've thought about making them. Oh, I probably would. I do like avocado. I do eat avocado. Avocados are really, really good. They're good for you. They're very healthy. I like healthy foods. I really do. Things that are healthy, I really enjoy eating. There's of course, if there's other things that are not quite so healthy, we got to be sure that we eat the right foods, because the stuff you buy in the store, it's not healthy, especially when they put all the stuff in it. They put in all the chemicals they put in, all the crap. I call it crap. all the stuff they put in it in the store, and they think that you're not going to pay attention to what's in there, and most generally people don't. They don't pay attention to what's in there. They just go ahead and they eat it. And they take it home and they eat it. And oh, strawberries. Yes, berries are very good. That's strawberries are my ex-husband's favorite. He loves strawberries. I like all kinds of berries. I like raspberries. I think my favorite berry is the blueberry. That's my favorite. That's the one I like the best. Not because it's blue, but I like the taste of it, you know. That you can just pick them off the trees, you know, and eat them. They're so good. And I've done that before. Just go out there, you know, sometimes you pick more than you eat. Or you eat more than you pick. Let's put it that way. That's what I meant to say. Eat more than you pick. Because you can't, you just can't resist. Oh, yeah. If you remember the story, The Sound of Music, how the kids went out and they were picking blueberries, and the littlest one, she was eating more blueberries than she was picking. She had her bucket empty because she enjoyed picking them, or she enjoyed picking them off and eating them. Some people do that. They eat a lot of them. Oh, well, that's true. They grow in a bush. That's right. They grow in a bush. I forgot about that. Sorry about that, but oh, okay. I think I'm gonna try these now. What I'm gonna try is to put these on my plate without too much problem. If they break apart a minute, maybe they won't. Oh, let's see. Maybe they'll slide off into my plate. I would love for them to slide off onto my plate. Well, this is a good blunder I've made, but you know something? We learn from our mistakes. They kind of fell apart a little bit, but they still look good nonetheless. They still look good. I'll eat the ones that fell apart. So, oh, well, I probably should have, but this one grips them. That's why I use this one, because it grips them. It gets them from the top and the bottom. Yep, that's what I say, as long as they taste good. In fact, I might just get let me get a fork here and try a little bit, since one fell apart here. Wow, these are good. It is. They're very good. They're really, really good. With the cauliflower in it and the chickpeas and the chickpea flour. These are really unique. They're different. I mean, I've never made anything like this with chickpea flour in it and chickpeas in it like that. They're really, really good. Just delicious. Very healthy, yes. Very, very healthy. Yes, you'll have to try them, Early, and I'm going to post the recipe up on Facebook. Even though the pictures didn't turn out very good, I'm still going to post it up there anyway. And let people see that they are good. It's very, very good. What a woman. I do enjoy finding new things to make. And I like cauliflower, but I never thought you could put chickpeas with cauliflower or chickpea flour. You know, you got you got the chickpeas in there, and you got chickpea flour, you got flax seeds that are ground. I mean, you got all healthy stuff in here. Nothing that can harm me. Everything that's good. Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's probably true. But I could eat them a different way too. But no, it's not cauliflower crust. They fell apart a little bit, but they're cauliflower patties is what they are. I have not made cauliflower crust, although I did see a recipe on Pinterest for cauliflower crust. I would like to try it. And I have seen them at Walmart that way too, the cauliflower crust. I would like to try to make my own cauliflower crust. I think Arlene has already, or she's bought the cauliflower pizza like I have. But I would like to try it because it's healthy. I mean, cauliflower is really good for you. Boy, I tell you, does it make a mess on your cupboard though? Trying to cut it in half and put it in the pan to cook it and everything to make the florets. Yeah, I know. I saw them at Walmart too early, and I saw the crust at Walmart. Just the crust alone, but when I went back the next time to check them out, I couldn't find them. So I don't know if they moved them or they sold them out or what. But you have? Okay, good. Well, my weight had gotten out of control, for one thing, and I knew that I had to get my weight under control. And I knew the only way I was going to do it is I had to start changing my eating habits. I knew I had to start eating differently. I had to find ways to lose the weight, but lose it with eating healthy and not starving myself. Now, I know a lot of people will say, well, vegans starve themselves because they don't get much protein. But you do. We do get protein. Oh, well, thank you. Well, I'm thinner than I was. I started at 250 pounds, and I'm down to, well, I weighed myself yesterday. I was down 194. So it took me a while to get down that far. It's a process, because I certainly didn't put it on overnight, and I was not going to lose it overnight. Yeah, and when I look in the mirror and I see it, and I put my clothes on, like my skirts and my tops to go to church. Oh, thank you. If you'd go back and see some of my old periscopes from way back before I even started this journey, and I've done this, I've gone back to look at some of my periscopes from way back when, and I looked at my face, how it was, and compared it to what I look like now, and I thought to myself, who is that person? I don't even know that person, because I didn't recognize myself, because my face was all filled out, and I looked terrible, and I didn't like the way I looked. That's one reason why I did this, and I knew that eating meat, I was eventually going to probably die from eating the meat, because it's not healthy. We know the meat is cankered, So I thought, I've got to do something. So I started on this plant-based journey. Stacy Klein, she eats plant-based foods, and she was kind of an inspiration, because I started eating it after I started watching a few of her periscopes. So I just went cold turkey on everything. What I used to eat, well, I didn't eat pork, but I did eat chicken, I did eat beef, I did eat fish. I also ate cheese, I ate eggs, although sparingly, but I didn't eat a lot of those. And I drank dairy milk. No more. I got rid of everything of that. I got rid of all the cheese, the milk, the eggs, and the animal products, all the animal products. I don't eat anything with a face. Well, I'm not saying they're not good, but you shouldn't be eating them. They're dairy. They're from the chicken, but they're not really good. You shouldn't be eating them at all. If you want to make an egg, or you want to have eggs, something, you can take chia seeds, which are very healthy for you, or flax meal, and make you an egg from that. It takes 1 tablespoon of chia seeds or flax meal to 3 tablespoons of water to make 1 egg. And you can put them in cakes or whatever, and they're better for you than actual eggs. That's exactly right. It really is. It's an insult to the Lord. Yeah, it might sound restrictive, but I'm telling you this. I feel much better eating the way I'm eating. Do you understand, the people that eat meat, do you understand that we're really not meant to eat meat? Maybe God gave it to us in the Garden of Eden, but we're really not meant to eat that meat. You think about those poor animals, what they have to go through so that you'll have it on your dinner table. Do you realize those animals suffer severely? And when I see an animal being slaughtered, like I have seen on Facebook before, I literally bawled. I could not believe what they were doing to those poor animals. That is unfair to the animals. They have families too. They have feelings, but everybody takes their feelings away from them. And when I see those animals in the packaging in the grocery store, I cry, because I know that meat came from an animal that didn't deserve to die. They do not deserve to die. We do not need meat in our diet. People think we do. We do not need meat in our diet. Absolutely not. We don't need it. Hi, Sharon. Good to see you. Welcome. We don't need meat in our diet. I know they might, but that might all be. But you're gonna suffer in the long run, because it's not good for you. You really shouldn't be eating it. That's true. It's true. It's very true. Oh, good. Wonderful. Good. I hope they work out for you, because they're delicious. They're in the refrigerator right now. Yeah, it is. Those poor animals, they don't deserve to go through what they go through for us. Absolutely not. To me, it's a sin to eat the meat when God said you really shouldn't be eating it. Well, that's true. Sugar is bad too. Absolutely. What is my biblical reference? I'm not going to go into that right now. I'm not going to go into that. I'm not going to give that because that's not a Bible scope. But I'm just telling you right now, if you get into the Word of God tells you that you shouldn't be eating meat. You know, you shouldn't look on the meat when it's red. You should not. That's what the Bible says. I believe that's in Leviticus. You should not look on the meat. You know, you can't, because there's blood in that meat, and you're not supposed to fix it like that. That's why we can't eat meat either, because of the blood. You don't want to eat that. My goodness, you realize that? Ugh, gee. I'm not going to go into that right now. I'd have to look it up, and I don't have my Bible with me, and I'm not going to look it up right now. But I'm just telling you it's there, and I'm not making it up. It is there. But I wouldn't lie about something like that. Fish. Well, fish is another thing that we don't eat because the waters are full of mercury, and it gets into the fish. So therefore, you kill a fish, you catch a fish, and you clean it, and then you cook it and you eat it. That mercury is getting into your body. Oh, Leviticus 11. Thank you. I knew it was in Leviticus. I just didn't know what chapter. That's why we don't eat fish, because the water is so cankered. Yeah, it's written in the Word of God. Absolutely. You can help me with that since you know where it's at in the Bible, because I appreciate that. I knew it was in Leviticus. I just wasn't sure. So let that person look it up in Leviticus 11. See for yourself that what I'm saying is true. Oh, you're welcome. But you know, I am just so thrilled that I can come in here and I can make things for you that I've never made before. I've never made for myself, let alone anybody else, and be able to share with you what I've learned. Because we all can learn something new. And I come in here, I learn something new from you guys, and you learn something new from me. Farm raised fish. I don't eat any fish at all. No, nothing with a face. It still has a face. It still has to die, doesn't it? It still has to die so you eat it. So I won't eat anything that has to be killed so I can eat it. I love animals too much, and I do not want those animals to suffer for me. So people go out and catch fish, and they bring them home and clean them and eat them. Yeah, that's right. That's right, 100% right. We don't need meat in our diet. We do not need meat in our diet. People think that they need meat in their diet. You don't. You can take and make your own burgers. Make a black bean burger. Make a veggie burger. And they're far better than what you can buy in the store. Any hamburger or any chicken that you eat, any fish. This is got cauliflower in it. It's going to be a lot better than a hamburger in the grocery store. Much better. I will not touch that stuff anymore. And I'll tell you, I went to McDonald's a lot and ate a lot of the cheeseburgers there. Until finally one day, and I've told this story before, but not everybody's heard it. One day I went in there to get a meal. And my debit card had always worked up to this point. Up to the day I went in there. My debit card, it would not take my debit card. And it's like the Lord was trying to tell me, you don't need this anymore. I tried it 2 or 3 times, it wouldn't work. So you know something? I walked out of there. I never looked back, and I never gone back into there again. Because my debit card just would not work. And I feel the Lord was trying to tell me, no, you don't need it. Oh, you have a little bit of orange. Oh, there's nothing wrong with orange juice. That's, would you get that bot? Thank you, Erlene. Or Sharon, thank you for getting that bot. Orange juice is fun. Yes, any kind of juice is fun. We can have that all right, you know. But you've got to be careful what you put in your body, you know. And Sharon's son is a vegan, so she has to fix vegan for him. I don't know if she eats it herself, but she fixes it for him because he's vegan. That's okay. If not everybody wants to be vegan, I'm not going to force them to. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of acid in orange juice. It sure is, a lot of acid. I don't like anything real acidic. We're supposed to have our body's alkaline. It's better for us than acidic. So, yeah, there is. There is. You ready to drink tea and coffee? Okay, tea and coffee. Oh, you ate some potato soup? Sounds good, Arlene. We're warming up a little bit today, but it sounds good. I love potato soup. Homemade potato soup. You know something? I'll take and make my own soups. I do buy them once in a while in the store, but I would much rather make my own. Like go buy potatoes, go buy tomatoes or whatever. Find a recipe for tomato soup or potato soup and make my own. Make it in the Vitamix, and I know what's in it. And it's really, really good. No, I don't believe sugar is necessary for your brain. Absolutely not. No. Oh, somebody's saying sugar is good for your brain. Cancer loves sugar. It's going to breed, you'll breed cancer, the sugar, every time you take sugar. Oh my goodness. Yeah, when they say sugar is good for the brain, oh my goodness, no way. Well, that's right. You don't need sugar at all. Absolutely, you're right. You do not need sugar. Well, I don't care what they say if it's good for the brain. If you want to go ahead and eat the sugar and fill your body up with sugar, and you want to fill it, well, I don't believe everything I read on Google either. If you want to fill your body up with that sugar, then go ahead and do it. And if you get cancer, then don't come back and tell me that you got cancer, because I'll say, well, you ate the wrong stuff. That's why this world is so unhealthy. People are unhealthy because of the things they're putting in their bodies. They're not getting back to the plants and the vegetables, the fruits and the vegetables in the garden that God gave us. That's what he gave us to eat in the first place. He didn't give us all this other stuff that people are eating. Well, that might all be, but I think everything in moderation. Well, where do I get the info from? Well, I just know that sugar is not good for you. You listen to Leslie Nance from Go To Kitchens. Cancer loves sugar, and it'll breed cancer. Cancer, you eat sugar, and cancer will breed. It'll go like crazy in your body. She's telling you never to eat anything with sugar in it. She's about 95% plant based. She's a 6-year cancer survivor. She had cancer, so she knows what she's talking about. In most instances, about everything she says. I may not agree with everything she says, but most of it. And I'm so happy to see that she's well and thriving, because she tries to help people. She's got cancer patients right now that she's got cancer patients that she is helping get through their problem of cancer. You know, she's a therapist, more or less. Oh, right. Oh, no, that's true. No, I don't either. I don't know anything about it either. I don't have cancer, you know. Well, Leslie was never a doctor, but she had cancer. So a lot of things she can speak of that she knows what her body can have and what her body can't. She only puts certain things in her body. You know, she talks about sugars quite often in her Periscope, not to have sugar, you know. I don't think my body needs as much sugar as people put in their body. I can live without sugar. I'm sorry. I don't think my body needs that sugar like that. I'm not gonna kill my body cells and breed cancer by putting sugar into it. I won't do it. You know, I do eat some things that are sweet, but I eat it in moderation. I don't eat it every day by any stretch of the imagination. But to say that you need sugar for your body, no. That's right. Yeah, she had breast cancer, I think, is what she said. I believe she had breast cancer, but she didn't have any. She didn't have either any of the treatments at all. They wanted her to take them, but she didn't have any of it, and she's completely healed, which is amazing because she chose not to do it. You know, and my daughter-in-law, she had breast cancer. We almost lost her back in 2012. She had stage 3. She comes so doggone close to almost losing her. So she has left go of the meat. She doesn't eat meat anymore either. However, she'll eat cheese, she'll eat eggs and drink milk. Of course, the eggs she uses to make cakes, because she's got a sideline business that she makes cakes for weddings and anniversaries, birthdays, and baby showers and things like that. But she doesn't really, I don't know if they eat the eggs themselves, but they still eat cheese. My son knows he shouldn't be eating cheese, but he, you know, it's hard to get rid of cheese. I know it was for me, because I love cheese too, but I knew that it wasn't healthy to eat it. So I did everything I could to get rid of it. I wasn't about to put that cheese in my body. I eat a lot of vegan cheese. I eat chow cheese, which is a Greek cheese. It has soy in it. Now, some people say that you shouldn't have soy. I think you can have it in moderation. Oh, you had cheese? Oh, good. But I just don't want to eat that American cheese slices anymore. But it's natural sugar. It's natural sugar. The processed sugar, maybe if you're saying that you need natural sugar, they're probably right. But the processed sugars that you find in the, no, you don't need the processed sugars. The things that are processed that you know, like cookies and stuff, you don't need that. But maybe the natural sugar, yeah. I would think that you would need the natural sugar, but not the, right, soda. Soda has a lot of sugar in it too. Right. Wow, processed sugar is very bad. Oh, you're talking natural. Yes, right. You're exactly right. No way will open up my door. In fact, when it starts getting dark, I'm going to not even turn my light on. I'm going to go into my bedroom and turn on the light in my bedroom, sit in there and do things on my iPad, watch a video on the iPad or whatever, or do something on my phone and not even answer the door. If I don't have my porch light on or my lights on, they're not going to come to the door. I wish that people would just disregard Halloween. But thankfully, I haven't seen it, but I haven't seen anybody. If they have, I missed it. But thankfully, I have not seen anybody come in and wish me a happy Halloween, because I would have said, I don't consider it Halloween. It's just it's a day of the year that I do not like. It's the worst day of the year. If people knew what the origin of Halloween was, they wouldn't even say it. You know. Okay, thank you. People would not get so involved with Halloween, but yet you see people decorate for Halloween. Their houses are just, that's right, it's the devil's day. Absolutely. You're giving Satan the homage that he wants, and I am not going to give him that homage. I will not pay Satan any mind at all. That's what he wants. People don't understand. This is Satan's day. Do not answer your door. Do not go to the door and give those kids trick-or-treat candy. No, ours won't either. Some churches will, but ours won't, thank goodness. I won't get involved with Halloween. I used to years ago, no more. When I was a kid, of course, because I did not know then what I know now. But I have no desire to get involved with it. Absolutely not. Because I grew up a Lutheran, yes. I was Lutheran for a while. No, I'm German. I've got German in me. But I was born and raised a Lutheran and was Lutheran for many, many years. But I went to meetings and realized that I was going to church on the wrong day, so I'm now a Seventh-day Adventist. Worst day of, you're right, it's the worst day of the year. I'm so glad when this day is over. You know, not that I want winter to come, mind you, but I know that after tonight, they are going to come to my door or want to come to my door and ring the doorbell and ask for candy. Because one year I ran out. And that was embarrassing to run out. I had to shut my light off then. But so I'm not even going to bother putting my lights on tonight. I'm going to stay in my bedroom. Someone with sense. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people in here that don't have a lot of sense, you know. It's hard to get people to understand anything. But, you know, why give the devil his day? Why give it to him? It's terrible that the devil is here and people are giving him just exactly what he wants. They're paying him homage. I mean, there's a place when I walk in the mornings that the dog, when he first saw it earlier in the week, he went crazy because it's a skeleton in the yard with a graveyard and lights all lit up. And there's been a truck in front of the house since then. He hasn't seen it. He hasn't been barking. But these people that decorate for Halloween, if they only knew. They only knew. It's nonsense. Why put yourself through that? Yeah, because somebody asked about it. Yeah, I know. Some places it's compulsory. Oh my goodness. You know, I don't agree with it. But you know, parents will allow their kids to go out. My daughter will spend $30 on a Halloween costume for my grandson. And I'm thinking, why? Why do that to yourself? You need to pay bills. You need it for anything else. But why spend $30 to $50 on a Halloween costume that they're going to wear once? And they shouldn't be buying costumes in the first place. It makes no sense to me at all. It just makes no sense. But she doesn't think in her head. Her kids are little and she wants them to be involved with Halloween. You know, oh, your husband insists on it. But you know, yeah, I know you do, Sharon. I know you made it for your dogs. But when I was married, my husband and I, our living room, we keep the lights off. We neither one of us wanted anything to do with the trick-or-treaters, so he doesn't now either. So I don't understand it, why they have to insist on it. It's for the, you know, I know they say it's for the kids, but why give them candy to rot their teeth? It doesn't make any sense. Their teeth will be all rotten if you give them candy. They don't need it. They don't need it. But yet people will buy a whole bunch of candy out there. I used to do that, and I says, no more. I don't need to do that. So, no, I keep my doors locked and my windows shut and my porch light off. Oh, okay. Yes, that's true. It's only one day. Um, oh yeah, vegan. You're right. Vegan cookies would be good. Yeah, that's true. Fruit. Yeah, instead of candy, something that's good. And you're right. It is just one day, but think about the day. Think about where it originated from, and think about who's involved with it. You know. So to me, since it involves Satan, I don't want anything to do with Satan. Now I know Christmas is pagan too. Christmas is only one day of the week, and a lot of people will say, "Well, you shouldn't be celebrating Christmas because it's not really the birth of Jesus." We know it's not the birth of Jesus. We don't know when he was really born. But if you set that day aside as a sacred day and keep it for the Lord and give gifts to the needy, I don't see anything wrong with it. You know, not one thing, because I do put up a little small tabletop tree, and I do go to my sons for Christmas, and we do it the right way. But a lot of, and that's the thing. That's what you should focus on at all times, because and my daughter-in-law always has music playing for Christmas. You know, Christmas music, and we'll watch Christmas movies and stuff like that. But the most important day of the week is Sabbath. That is every week. 52 weeks a year. That is the day that is more important than Christmas ever will be, or Halloween. But yet, Halloween is not a day that you want to send your kids out to get candy and give Satan homage. That's what I'm saying. Christmas is totally different. People have told me not to celebrate Christmas, but I still do anyway, because I've got a family. You know, I've got my son and my daughter-in-law and my grandkids. I want to be there for them. They would be disappointed if I wasn't. So I'm thankful that I do have a family, and I'm thankful that we could do that from year to year. Thanksgiving is coming up, and I'll be going there for Thanksgiving as well. Friday the 13th. I don't worry about Friday the 13th. I know as people are superstitious on that day, I never am. I don't get worried about Friday the 13th. You know, it's going to come, it's going to come. I don't even worry about it, you know. It's just another day. That's right. It's just another day. Friday the 13th, you know. We have got to keep our minds on Jesus. That's what we have to keep our minds on. Keep our minds on Jesus. Never take your mind off of him. And think of him when you go to bed. Think of him when you wake up. And you'll be okay. You know, I sing songs to him all day long. You know, I get songs in my head. And I sing them to myself all day long. And that's a good thing, you know. Because this day, today, is the worst day of the year. And I hate to see it come every year. I hate it. I knew this day was coming. And I'm hoping and praying that we do not have many more of them. I wouldn't care next year if the Lord would come and we wouldn't have Halloween next year. It wouldn't make me upset one iota bit, because this is a terrible day. But this is the day that Satan loves, because he knows people are going to give him what he wants, you know. And it's a shame that people will honor him instead of doing what they're supposed to do, leaving the day alone. Don't even bother with the day. Don't buy costumes. I can't stand to see the stuff in the stores of Halloween, the skeletons and stuff. I don't even go down those aisles. When I see that stuff, I shake my head. I says, how in the world can they do that? Promote all that stuff. It's terrible. It means absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. It should mean nothing to us anyway. You know, it should mean nothing. Don't bother with it, and Yeah, you're right, creepy. There was a girl a while back, a couple weeks ago when I was in Walmart, and they had skeletons on the end cap. And I think they had their eyes lit up or something. And her father and her were walking past the skeletons, and she started crying because she's scared to death of Halloween. She's scared to death of stuff like that. And maybe that's a good thing, you know. And I wouldn't force any child that's scared of it to get involved with it, like my aunt did. You know, she used to make me, when I was younger, open up the door and greet the trick-or-treaters. You know, she did it, so I get used to it. But how can you ever get used to that stuff? The costumes are bad enough, but to see some of those masks, holy cow. The masks look so devilish. They look like they're Satan incarnate, I swear. And it's terrible. You know, the little kids, if they're dressed up as an animal or something like that, no, those are cute. Like a tiger or a lion or something. But, boy, the adults, and we even have teenagers that like to go around. 17 and 18 years old will come to your door. I had that one year. I thought, what the world? You're a teenager. You shouldn't even go into the door. Oh, did they? Oh, I bet it did. I bet it did. Yeah, it's not right. You know, I just, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, whoa. That's scary. That's so creepy. It's terrible. Well, like I said, this is one night. They won't find me going to my door. My lights are off. My doors are locked. My windows are closed. My porch light's off. I'm in my bedroom. And one good thing about my bedroom, it's in the back of the house. So there's no window that faces the outside that they can see from the street. My window that I have in my room is on one window, and it faces the patio here. This patio here faces that, but it doesn't face the outside. So nobody would know if I'm in there or not. So they would think I'm completely gone. So if you can, avoid Halloween at all cost. You know, if you don't want to be part of it, don't be part of it. You should not be made to be part of something that you don't agree with. See, and that's the thing. When people are forced to do something that they don't want to do, I have a problem with that. You should never be forced to do something that you're uncomfortable with. If you don't like it, just don't do anything about it. I know. They rot their teeth out. You're right. I don't understand it either. Why do people do that? Oh, thank you. They kind of fell apart a little bit, but I'm going to post it up on Facebook nonetheless anyway. Even though they did fall apart, I'll just post them the way they are. People have to... You got that right. I like that word stupid. Absolutely stupid. It's a day that should never be. I agree with you 100%. It is so stupid, and we should not get involved with it. Keep our doors shut, windows locked, porch light off. One year, I had my light on, my overhead light on in the living room. I had my porch light off. They still came to the door. And I didn't have anything for them. I told them, I says, you're not going to come to my door when the porch light's off. Oh, we didn't know. I says, well, now you do. So they left without anything. So I didn't have anything to give them. But, you know, when the porch light is off, they should know, but they're not supposed to go to those houses. The kids are told not to go to houses with the porch light off. They do it anyway. You know, so... But they learned that time they weren't going to get anything, whether they wanted it or not. Oh boy, to a weekend instead of a weekday. Even if it doesn't fall on October 31st. Wow. Well, you know, it's crazy. As far as I'm concerned, abolish it. That's what I think. They should abolish it completely. Get rid of it. You know, I want nothing to do with it. So... Anyway, I think I'm going to call this to a close because I got to get ready to eat because I haven't had my lunch today yet. So I thank you all for coming in. I hope to come back on tomorrow with a new recipe. I haven't found anything yet, but once I find something, I will come in here and I will show you what I've made. You're so welcome. So until then, you all have a great day. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye. And love you all. Bye-bye.